Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the news you trust studio. Sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Morgan Anderson. Happy Friday! It's 49 degrees outside and sunny. The wind is making it feel a little cooler though at about 47 degrees. Cloudy conditions are expected for about the rest of the afternoon. Our low for tonight is 26 degrees. Taking a look at your agricultural headlines, last week on March 12th, the EPA announced that it will revise WOTUS, or Waters of the United States. In 2023, the Supreme Court issued its decision in Sackett v. EPA, significantly limiting the scope of waters of the United States in the Clean Water Act. On August 29th of 2023, the EPA and the Army Corps of Engineers, or ACE, released the final conforming rule amendments to the revised definition of waters of the United States in response to the Supreme Court's Sackett decision. The revised 2023 WOTUS rule is in effect in 24 states and the District of Columbia. 26 states and other plaintiffs are continuing to challenge the rule, and EPA and ACE are using the pre-2015 definition of WOTUS in these states while litigation continues. However, as of right now, the WOTUS rule is looking a little muddy, quite literally, but it could soon become clearer. In this week's commentary from the American Farm Bureau Federation, President Zippy Duvall tells us the EPA is taking steps toward clarifying guidelines for WOTUS.
Farmers and ranchers are committed to stewarding the land and protecting the water we depend on. We know firsthand the importance of clean water. It's essential to our livelihoods and instrumental in providing a safe and abundant food supply. In recent years, the WOTUS rule has only gotten muddier and led to permitting delays, litigation, and uncertainty for our farmers. That's why clarity in water regulations is critical. We're glad to see the Environmental Protection Agency now take the first step in providing a clear Waters of the United States rule. The work on WOTUS still has a long way to go, but this is a step in the right direction, and Farm Bureau will press forward until clarity becomes a reality. I'm Zippy Duvall, President of American Farm Bureau Federation.
Biodiesel isn't just a fuel, it's a game changer for your engine, your wallet, and your farm. Cleaner burning and efficient, biodiesel enhances engine life, power, and fuel economy. Plus, it delivers real value, adding $1.33 to every bushel of soybeans grown. That's 13% more value per bushel, directly tied to the biofuels market. Ready to turn soybeans into power and drive with purpose? Learn how at soyohio.org.
U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins this week announced that the U.S. Department of Agriculture is issuing up to $10 billion directly to agricultural producers through the Emergency Commodity Assistance Program, or ECAP, for the 2024 crop year. Administered by USDA's Farm Service Agency, ECAP will help agricultural producers mitigate the impacts of increased input costs and falling commodity prices. Conveniently enough, if you type in ocj.com into your internet browser, you can use the Ohio AgNet Interactive USDA ECAP Payment Calculator to estimate how much you could be getting. So be sure to check out ocj.com to find out how much money could be returned your way. Now let's recap our afternoon weather update from meteorologist Ryan Martin, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com.
Dry here today, but we're going to be looking at a little moisture trying to come back across the Buckeye State. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at that Ohio Ag weather update. We are dry here today, slightly warmer than yesterday, thanks to some south and southwest flow that's returning. That southwest flow is returning ahead of a minor disturbance that comes through overnight tonight into tomorrow. So clouds are coming back tonight, and I think those clouds give us some sprinkles and probably some wet snowflakes in spots. Liquid equivalent's going to only be a tenth or two, but the clouds are definitely going to be top of mind. Once we get done with the moisture tomorrow midday, I think the clouds stay through sunset. Sunday, we may start with a little bit of sunshine early, but we've got another frontal boundary coming through midday and afternoon. Rain is what I'm looking at for the most part here, anywhere from a quarter to 3/4 of an inch, coverage 100% of the state. Cold air comes in overnight Sunday night and then stays all through next week. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Now let's recap how the markets closed, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. May corn down 4 3/4 at $4.64 1/4. December corn down 2 cents at $4.51. March corn down 2 1/4 at $4.63 1/2. May beans down 3 1/4 at $10.09 3/4. November beans down 2 1/2 cents at $10.07 3/4. January beans down 2 1/2 at $10.20. July wheat up a penny at $5.74 1/2. September wheat up a penny at $5.91. December wheat up 1/2 cent at $6.13 1/2. April live cattle down 152 1/2 at $206.95. June live cattle down 225 at $202.77 1/2. August live cattle down 247 1/2 at $199.35. April lean hogs up 57 1/2 cents at $86.12 1/2. May lean hogs up $1.05 at $89.65. And June lean hogs up $1.22 1/2 at $97.47 1/2. April feeder calves down 347 1/2 at $284.97 1/2. In April class 3 milk down 4 cents at $16.89. Those were your afternoon closing markets. Thanks for joining us. This is the Ohio AgNet.